I'm looking forward. Here we go. Yeah, there's the game.
Woo!
There's the wide shot. You love to see it. The skybox is on. It's set to sunny standard skybox. You like that for the pro leagues here. Just a production fact there for you. Hawks up here topside with Croc, and it is good stuff. Big fan of Croc, by the way. Former Renska alum there, I believe. Croc being one of my favorite junglers. I think he does really well. I don't love the Xinjiao. It's extremely powerful, right? Obviously, I think you have to pick it if it's up, but not my favorite jungler to watch, I don't think. I like to see Croc on a little bit more like high mobility, high octane junglers, but this will do, right? Until J4 is back in the meta, but once again, seeing him up top side, doesn't have the numbers up there with him, so maybe no invade from the Xinjiao this game.
And there are the runes. Going to be grasp from both top laners. No real surprise there. Conqueror from both junglers. Love the new Glacial Augment. That one coming out here from Damage. I play a lot of Thresh, and those slow fields, I'm already landing a hook on your 80 carry, and now I get to add an extra slow on top of that before I even flay you. I'm a big fan of the new changes we got for Glacial Augment.
Me too. I'm a big RNG guy. I think RNG is really fun in a game, and I'm not one of those people that like tilts out when it goes bad for them. So I really like the RNG of like where the slow fields go, and if one goes like straight back towards your turret, you're just like, okay, I'm dead. Well, that's just how it goes sometimes, I guess. Oh well. But yeah, it's been really fun seeing that in pro play. Just like occasionally a support getting lucky and getting like all three slow fields headed off in one direction, and it's just very damning if you can get it laid down in the right way. But it's all down to the random numbers. So I'll see if Damage how good their luck is.
No early vision inside of the jungles from either team. A couple of wards just placed down in the river, so shouldn't be a ton of information about early jungle pathing for the teams. Drop and Hawk getting the push going early here with the Kaisa Galio, and with both junglers getting down to the bottom side, we'll have to see if either of them want to make their presence felt towards the bot side early on. Push in favor of Annie as well, while Weiser getting Doran back towards the tower, and we were talking about the summoner spells. It's going to be TP and Ignite for Duran. Weiser just going to go for Teleport and Flash. So pro play, still a high premium on Teleport despite the changes.
Oh yeah, you got to have the Teleport, right? Mostly, I would say you just take Teleport even if you don't get it for the 14 minutes. Like even if you can't Teleport at all, because being able to sit in those side lanes and teleport onto objectives late game is absolutely invaluable. I don't know what pro play would look like if you couldn't Teleport. Right, there would be so many waves of minions just sitting up alone in the opposite side of the map, and the game would be a lot slower. So yeah, Teleport is absolutely a must. What I will say is very surprising. Weiser with the Flash, not expecting that. Q's on a fairly low cooldown. It gives you a lot of mobility. What this says to me is that Weiser's trying to use Q offensively exclusively, right? Trying to go in all the time with the Q and flash out of things that go poorly. So Weiser, yeah, there you go. Trying to be offensive about it, and what that will mean is that in the all-in, that Ignite for Duran is going to get a lot of mileage.
Yeah, especially if you know Weiser's going to be able to proc the ultimate and get all that sustain. As long as you're slapping down Ignite before that, you can certainly cut a lot of that healing for the Fiora. Hawk and Drop maintaining good pressure down on the bottom side. First Drake up in about 25 seconds, and it looks like the Netshoes bottom lane looking for a recall right now. And it was a longsword start here for Drop, and that means Dirk on a 4.5 minute back.
Good stuff. And we like to see it. Weiser forward again with the Q there. Here's the wide shot over Hawk, walking up the mid lane very early for him here, trying to provide a little bit of support. So this is why I like to see this from the support. You start walking up the mid lane and you give yourself more options as far as where you want to go, right? Now nothing is happening as it happens. No invade from Karaoke there top side. No big fights there in the mid lane. So Hawk's just going to walk off into the river here, drop a control ward, try to get some vision on the enemy jungle. And look at him. He's just spending all this time.
Oh, and Kato's in trouble. Maybe Hawk was thinking about going in there. Croc with a little bit of flank is going to hit the question mark. Did I see that correctly? Did he charge into the wall?
I think he eat into the wall. I'm pretty sure he did that. Where you're trying to paint him as like the big brain roam there from Hawk. He's out here early. No one's gonna expect this. He just eats into the wall. I love it. I love CBLOL. This is so good. Wiser top side, still taking it to Doran. The Q4 does so much damage, So look at him. He's got a 10 CS lead. Duran's like, nah, I'm getting out of here. I got my 700 gold for Sheen. We'll see if he actually has it. I'm not sure.
Oh, Ani in trouble. Karaoke sneaking over the wall into the brush. Ani's going to survive. The ultimate there from Dinkato will definitely guarantee that Ani has to back and actually is still going to cancel that recall, so stall a little bit further. And the Vex already having used teleport. This is going to be pretty punishing. They were dead even in CS, but Dinkato going to have no problem crashing a wave here. Croc is going to come in to pick it up, so at least all that CS is not completely lost, but good work there from Karaoke getting in there. And now drop in the bottom lane. Hawk trying to buy a little space for his AD carry. Ignite is on. Cleanse comes through. Hawk very low as well. Trigo was considering going further, but 2 tower shots will discourage any further aggression from the Aphelios.
Yeah, 2 turret shots, and I think the Q or the E or whatever there, the skill shot from Kai'Sa. Man, I haven't seen many Kai'Sas, you can tell, but yeah, Trio takes a bunch of damage on the back end there. Not nearly as much as Drop and Hawk took, but hey, it's just enough to push him off. It's 20 CS lead now for Wiser, who is exceeded my expectations. He had the 1v1 from level 1. I thought he would pick it up at level 6, but no, he had it from the get-go, and now here at level 7, it's gotten that much worse for Duran up topside. Reason I keep mentioning this is that Wiser, if he gets far enough ahead, is going to be able to start roaming right at level 14, if not before, and that is disaster for Dunkato, right? You can't have the Fiora wading down into the bot lane through that river, or to the mid lane through that river, because that's going to shut down your lane real quick, set you behind at a point in this lane where you're already behind from the poke from Any.
Definitely. And now 8 minutes into the game, neither team has touched Drake as of yet, and the first Herald now available. Damage going to clear out some vision in the brush bot side, and Croc considering going topside, hoping to maybe relieve some of this pressure on Duran, who just continues to struggle with this Fiora. At the very least, Croc right now focused on this Rift Herald, and with Karaoke on the bottom side of the map, this should be a pretty easy pickup here for Netshoes Miners. Interestingly enough, we have seen no shortage of 8-minute team fights in CBLOL so far this season. Teams love to group up at 8 minutes for this first Rift Herald, but not going to happen this time around as Karaoke eyes on the bottom lane. No flashes available here. He's going to kick in. Hawk in trouble, going to try and buy some time, but down he goes. That's first blood to Karaoke, and now dropped running for the hills, but that's going to be the kill for Dunkato. paiN Gaming coming up big early.
Fantastic movement there from paiN Gaming, really giving themselves an edge here in the early game. It's a 2k gold lead over that now for paiN, and they're looking to break open this first turret as well. See if they can get that last play before backing off. Should be able to get that just barely here from the minions. Come on now. You get it? I didn't see it pop.
I'm looking. I
don't think he got it.
I don't think he did either.
It's got to have like 1 HP left on that plate, because yeah, no, it does say it has 1 play left on it, so he must have gotten it. I don't know if he got the gold then. That's interesting, but yeah, no, just 1 play left on the bot lane turret. They should be able to crack that open after this dragon fight here. We'll see if they start this up. Once again, it's just, junglers don't seem to have that much interest in breaking open that first dragon. I know last season going into Worlds, we had the latest first dragon take of any region in the world. It was up past 11 minutes, which is about 5 minutes over major region.
Well, we're getting close. 10 minutes and 20 seconds in, and that Mountain Drake feeling pretty lonely so far in the early game. Of course, Croc holding on to that Eye of the Herald right now. We didn't see it in the last game. Either team electing to use the Herald to set up for a Drake take. We'll have to see if Croc elects to do it here, but a lot of vision control for paiN on the bottom side, of course, courtesy of the work that they've been able to do on Drop and Hawk here. So we'll see what they can do, but Weiser continuing to look real nice in the top side. This 1v1 going very much in favor of the Fiora. Duran stabilizing to an extent, has at least kept that CS deficit at around 20, but big trouble here. Is Croc going to get caught out? The ultimate there from the Galio, going to get a knockup on 3, and Trigo having to run for the hills. Annie looking for something. That's going to be the Void Seeker over the wall from Drop, and Trigo running away. Down goes Damage. Drop takes down Trigo, and it's all going wrong for paiN. Run away, Karaoke. You will not survive. Oh, Annie just barely gets away from the tower, and Karaoke survives. Hawks on the hunt. He wants that Lee Sid, but he will get away with his life. A spicy fight here, and now we might finally see a Drake.
And my money's on Hawk eating into a wall again. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all this hunting stuff. I think he should probably just stay home, but Karaoke narrowly making it out there. Big plays for the Netshoes Miners to get the charge off. Do they get the first turret? Oh, it's so close.
Oh,
no.
Man.
Here's that replay for you in the back end. It's Croc. He's all the way in with the Xin Zhao. Looks like he's dead, but here comes Hawk. He's in with the Galio ultimate. Annie showing up in spades there, too. They take down Damage. The second ult in for Annie. Big kill onto Donkado. One last ult for the Vex, and she's in. And it's so close, man. The flash from Karaoke, able to dodge that last ability from the Vex, and while Annie makes it out in the backside too. Oh, here we go. Wait, Duran could be trouble.
Oh, well
Ooh,
played from
close.
Duran. The Hextech ultimatum into the hook shot to get out of trouble. Well played on the Camille there, Karaoke. Had his eyes set on a second kill here. Teleport going to come out right away from Duran to not lose any further CS. Now down by almost 40.
Sure are down, and played a bit at that. Here's that first dragon for you, just past 13 minutes. Mother of God. Somebody get these guys an objective that isn't Rift Herald. Man, I don't know what I got to do, but the bond lane turret did go down at some point. Don't remember seeing that, but a couple other turrets across the map are getting pretty low as well. See if we can get one more down before these 14 minutes. I'd really like to see Hawk, Annie, and Croc trying to make a move on that mid lane turret. I think that'd be really easy gold for them.
Yeah, should be a pretty quick pickup. And the big key for paiN in that last fight was just Trigo getting entirely deleted from the fight, even though he doesn't die till the end. Croc doing great work to get Trigo down to about 200 to 300 health meant the Aphelios was a non-factor there as the rest of Netshoes Miners were able to pile into that fight. So going to be important for Trigo in the future. Gonna need damage to keep him safe so he can put out the DPS that will be key to these fights. Now we hit the 14-minute mark. Unleashed teleports are available, but plot twist here. Both Weiser and Duran just used their teleports, so it doesn't matter. But here comes Croc and Hawk up to the top side. Karaoke is here to make something happen. Weiser going to try and dash out of trouble. Is going to buy a little bit of time, but it doesn't matter. Down goes the Fiora, but here comes the rest of paiN. That's going to be Damage getting in there. The ultimate on top from the Gallier. They're going to try to run, but Duran already dead. Annie way too late to respond, and that is going to be paiN Gaming taking a win topside.
Great stuff there from paiN, and interesting they're able to turn that fight after losing Weiser. I would have expected them to have to back off, but instead they're going to flip that fight on its head, get Duran down, and force the rest of the Netshoes Miners away. They're going to take this top lane turret as well, meaning Weiser handily wins this lane. Unfortunately for them, Croc and Annie in the mid lane take that outer turret. Just had a little bit of health left on it. I really think they could have taken that pre-14 But hey, that's how it goes, I guess. Here's drop down the bot lane as well. Also able to pick up this last turret for themselves.
Nice response there from Netshoes. Of course, the kill trade was 1-for-1 topside, but paiN was able to push through and grab the tower. But Netshoes quickly responding. They take mid and bottom side tier 1s. Gold, just 1,000 gold lead here for paiN. The big key, though, they are going to take this second Rift Herald. Of course, we talked about it during the first game. The second one, not nearly as important. Tower plates are down. You aren't getting that extra gold on top of those tower takes, but at the very least, what we may see is not a tier 1 tower alive, 35 minutes into the game.
110% there, right? And yeah, that was a real tilter for me last game. Did not like that. And honestly, I mean, I love
it hurt
Red.
me
like,
more than the 009 setup. It hurt me more than that.
It really did. Yeah, and I love Red. I'm a big CBLOL fan. Watching the Worlds was really cool. But holy cow, was it ever therapeutic to watch them lose that game after not taking that mid lane turret, man. Just take the objectives. Come on, guys.
You must be punished for your sins.
You must be punished for your... Yeah, exactly. No, that's really how I felt. Minute 30 here on Next Drag. It's Karaoke and the rest of paiN Gaming trying to get a little bit of map control here with the vision game. You see the deep vision for the red side. You see the control wards coming out. Love to see it. This is how you win games in this league. I swear. That's the most frustrating part, is that it's not like it's just some for-fun league where, no one takes the objectives. It's literally that if you took the objectives, you would win the game every single time, right? And teams that do win every single time. So I'd like to see it here from paiN, and hopefully Karaoke can continue forcing these advantages he gets for his team on the map.
Yeah, it is very important to remind people that this is not a for-fun region. This is not North America. Okay, yeah. This is Brazil.
This ain't the LCS, son.
Yes.
This is CBLOL.
This is CBLOL. Down to the bottom lane here. paiN looking to force the issue onto this tier 2, but teleport on its way. Annie trying to get in here as Durun going to get the hook shot in onto Wiser. Good sidesteps there from Wiser and Karaoke as they will get out of trouble. And now with this Drake spawning in 20 seconds, pressure being applied mid and bot, paiN wants to start stacking these Drakes. They got, of course, a slow start, but they're looking to build some further momentum. They want this tier 1 mid.
They sure do here.
They did the thing. paiN did the thing.
paiN did the thing. They've been to Worlds. They've been to MSI last season. And they know the tech. You drop Rift Herald mid, folks, and you go and rotate over onto Dragon. Why? Because the enemy team has to stop the Rift Herald or it gets 2 charges off for free. And stopping the Rift Herald means you can't stop the Dragon take. It's just as simple as that. LCK revolutionized this like 7 years ago. I don't know. But when Rift Herald first came out, and CBLOL is picking up, at least in paiN Gaming's case. Yeah, you watch international play like once or twice and you figure out that this is the strat, but
yes,
it's just teams that have physically been in international tournaments that do it in CBLOL.
Yes, apparently. Back down to the bottom lane here. paiN still want to finish taking this tier 2, and with damage around kind of behind Durun there, isn't going to elect to go for the dive. And Durun is just going to walk away here. paiN respecting a possible response. No vision of the rest of Netshoes Miners on the map, so they'll take the tower back away from trouble. Of course, with that second Drake going down, we do have a Hextech Rift. So if you haven't played yet this season and seen these changes, the changes here is Hextech Rift, the new Drake. You get portals at multiple points across the map. You can see them on the mini-map at the bottom right. 2 out of each base, 2 across the major neutral objectives. So a little bit of rotational power, I guess. I'm curious to see how we really see them used in pro play. I feel like, I just do them for, hey, I'm just trying to get out of base quicker. But I'm curious to see if anybody tries to, set up a flank with them or anything like that.
I think the best illustration of how OP the Hextech gates are is best illustrated by watching pros just kind of walk past them and not use them, like Wiser just did on the bot side. They have very little consequence on the map. They're just kind of cool. And they save you
Just kinda
sometimes, right?
cool.
Just like any other dragon map does, sometimes being able to walk through the red pit without having that terrain there saves you. Sometimes it doesn't matter at all, like when you just walk past it and don't use it, like we saw the fjord there a second ago. If you're paying attention and keeping score, you'll see these pro players do this dozens of times throughout the game, by the way. It doesn't matter to them.
Well,
it doesn't
you wanna
matter to
talk
me
about
either. I mean, I forget about them too, so
Nobody cares.
yeah, they're not super good. Here we go. And he's gonna use one. No, he's not. He's gonna walk past it again. Okay. Well,
Oh.
we'll see. We'll see if we can get somebody to use the Hextech gate.
We'll find out. Weiser was applying at least a little bit of pressure down to the bottom lane, forces Durun to come down and trim up that wave. And of course, we have Eclipse at the 20-minute mark, so Baron is available. We'll do a little TP check here. Both top laners have it up, and of course, it is the Unleashed teleport. Both mid laners, though, their teleport's on cooldown, but both about to come off of cooldown. So we're about to have all 4 teleports available for the 4 solo laners of Netshoes and paiN Gaming. So the question is, who wants to start setting up around this Baron? Hawk gonna get a pink inside of the pit right now. Drops gonna want to get this wave pushing, and Tree goes in trouble. The flash away from Durun and actually escapes Croc as well. That was huge from Trigo.
It's massive there. Very well done. Croc still looking for that flank. He's still got the vision advantage up topside here too. Got a killer angle on the flank here. Annie maybe over the wall with the ultimate. There she goes.
Oh, here we go. They're going for the dive under tower. Karaoke takes out Annie, and they're going to chase down Netshoes. Good night, Hawk. Netshoes Miners running for the hills. It all goes wrong, and Weiser says, we may not be done yet. Continuing to get in and poke away at Croc. The ultimate down. While they won't be able to proc it, they force the flash out of the Xin Zhao, and now they turn right back to Baron.
Once again, the difficulty there for Weiser, proccing the vitals after dropping the ultimate, but it does push Croc back away far enough that they are able to start up this Baron. Durun, Croc, drop. They got to walk through the vision to get there.
This is ambitious. The slow into Durun. Poke from Dunkado. The Baron down at 2,500 health. That's going to be the gravity field. Down goes Durun as he goes into the pit. Croc as well. They don't care about the Baron, but it doesn't matter. He stole it. What?
Let's
Croc,
go!
you're insane. The double kill for Dunkado, but it doesn't matter. The Baron's gone.
Woo! Here's the replay on the back end. It's Croc over the wall, baby. Here he comes.
gotta be
3,
kidding.
2, 1. Let's go. It's over the wall, and he's onto it. Q. And the smite goes down, Xin Zhao, with the Baron steal. Very well played there. You love to see it. Everyone from paiN's just kind of left there like, oh, man, where's the B key? Oh, there it is. Come on. Just get me out.
You're
Get me out of here.
5v3, then 5v2 because you've already killed Durun, who dove into the pit by himself, and you still managed to lose the Baron to Croc. How?
Yeah, and this is a positive power play for them too, right? I mean, they get the Baron, and they're already up 1,000 gold here on the power play. So it's not similar to last game where we saw one of the Liberty take the Baron and then go down negative on the power play after everybody dies. On this fight, yeah, Croc goes in, steals it away, and dies along with most of his team, but they're still positive, right? They're gonna drop that dragon, which is real rough for them because now they're on soul point here for paiN. But yeah, lots looking up here for the Netshoes Miners. We'll see if they can make a further comeback here. Player on the top side, maybe Weiser, about to get dove. Here's Hawk, comes in with
well done from Annie. Weiser getting out of trouble, but just the autos there from the empowered minions gonna do some work. Drop gonna pick up the kill. The Moonlight Vigil will not land there on the Croc. Quite a bit of damage there on the Croc and Drop, but it's not gonna matter in the end. And Durun now gonna look to play forward here to keep paiN from defending this tower. That's going to be the top tier 1 down. And alert, all the tier 1 towers are dead, ladies and gentlemen. We do not have to worry. It only took 25 minutes. All is well. as we look to focus now on the tier 2. Good ultimate there on Annie. Going to be forced to go gold here. Buy some time. That's Duran getting into the backline right on top of Trico. Good night now, Sir Croc. Takes him down. It's a shutdown onto Karaoke. And Netshoes Miners are right back in this game.
No way. This is my number 1 team in the league right now. Netshoes Miners, let's go. Win it all. I wasn't a Netshoes Miners fan going into this game, but I am now. This is fantastic, man. I don't know what it is to me. I think it's Hawk missing every E. I think that's what makes me a fan of them. It's so funny to watch, dude. Oh my gosh. But yeah, any missing the ultimate there in the back end too. Super low cooldown for the Vex. I've seen that a couple times. You just kind of throw that ultimate in the enemy team. If you're not specifically looking for a hard engage, because it's similar to like Ace in the Hole, right? It's just on such a low cooldown, and if you hit somebody with it, it's so damning that like you just kind of throw it out, and that's kind of how you use the ability. So expect that the next couple of plays here.
Big push there from Netshoes, and very key that they're gaining control of the map, because of course they're in a big deficit in terms of the Drakes. paiN on Soul Point, and what now Netshoes are managing to do is hopefully set up some vision so they can deny that soul, at least for the time being. You can see at the bottom of your screen the gold lead here got all. Is that I don't understand that graph. That just looks maybe like total gold. It doesn't have any numbers on the y-axis.
Yeah, it's gold. paiN versus Netshoes Miners. So when it goes positive up into the blue, that's when Netshoes Miners is ahead. The reason you're confused is that the Miners have never been ahead, so it's just a big red valley.
Well, I was more confused that I just had no values on the amount of the lead, I guess, but Annie having to run away from Decado. But here comes Drop right on top of the Victor, the shutdown for the Kaisa. It was all a bait, my friend. I'm sorry. Down you go.
Feels bad. Yeah, you get caught in the side lane there, and as the Victor trying to scale up a little bit, but you're not a highly mobile target. You just kind of have the movement speed to walk out, but it's unfortunate for you. Many members of the enemy team have a lot of mobility. Oh, there we go. Duran's in. Is the Vex ultimate?
Not going to be able to protect the tower, but maybe the rest of the team that come and win the fight. Solar Flare down, going to buy a little bit of time. Drop trying to get some damage onto damage. Wiser, very low. Does Drop want to go in here, considering it, but very, very risky. Voidseeker going to land there on a Karaoke, and here comes Duran continuing to force the issue. Trigo down below half health. Trigo trying to stay alive, but won't. Karaoke going to go down as well. Wiser able to dodge out on the Voidseeker, but it does not matter. It's all Netshoes Miners right now. Croc trying to chase down damage. The Leona likely not long for this world. Here comes the rest of the team. Drop is hungry, wants another kill. Duran is going to take it. That's 3 dead on the side of paiN Gaming, and Netshoes Miners have their eyes at least on an inhib.
This is a fantastic team. Love to see it. For me right now, it's Drop Hawk as the bot side duo doing so well on the guys. You got to ban this champion away from these guys. Cannot let them have this, but you know, the 7 assists on the Vex is pretty nice there as well. And he's been putting in work there in the mid lane on this champion, doing really well with the utility. They're going to get that top lane inhib. They're going to get this mid lane turret as well, if I have anything to say about it. Croc and Duran. Now just going to crash that wave. Oh, the dragon spawning. Here we go. A little bit of dragon prio here at the 11th hour for the Netshoes Miners. See if they can get it.
Also very important, Karaoke used the Hex Gate.
Yeah.
Get out into his blue side. All right. It's not going to do anything because Netshoes is going to take the Hextech Drake and at least stall the soul for paiN a little bit longer. Baron just came up as well. So paiN trying to get into that topside river first. They know Netshoes went for the Drake, so at the very least they will have initiative in getting into the river here to put some vision down, but they're still at a deficit. That gold lead may look even, but it seems pretty clear to me right now. Netshoes, the stronger squad right now. The fights have been going in their favor here the last 10 minutes or so, and paiN now with their backs against the wall.
Not a good position for paiN to be in, but maybe they fight a little bit harder when they're back in the corner like that. You've got Trigo up topside trying to scale up off of those super minions that are crashing into the Aphelios. I'm sure that feels great. Meanwhile, the Netshoes Miners are starting up the Baron. Hawk.
Wait, okay.
Oh, that's doing it again. I was like, damage just walked right past them. That was weird, but yeah, no, it's we're having some connection issues, I think, here.
I was watching and I was very confused because it felt like they did a vision toggle, because it's like 1 second Annie and Drop weren't there and then they just appeared out of nowhere. But we're back into the live game here. Weiser trying to run away from Do Run here. Meanwhile, Karaoke dealing with Drop right now is going to survive for the moment. That's the Galio ult and the shutdown onto Weiser. It's now the 4v5 for paiN, and they now just retreat to the safety of their tier 2 tower in mid, and Netshoes go right back to the Baron. They're going to clear out some vision here and tell paiN, you better come fight us or we're going to take this.
100%. I don't think paiN can actually fight them. I think this might just be another Baron going down from the Netshoes Miners, except this time they have to take it for themselves rather than stealing it away from paiN. That must feel pretty good. Meanwhile, paiN are trying to make themselves at home in the bot side jungle here, taking some camps away from Croc, but more importantly, taking them away from Drop. And, yeah, they got super minions in their base here, Yeso.
Somehow, Netshoes are 2-0 on the Barons so far this game. You wouldn't have guessed it with the way the game had played out between 10 and 25 minutes, but Croc's smites are clean. Netshoes now take an easy Baron there after getting the kill in mid lane, and now just looking to kind of dot their I's, cross their T's here. Drop going to get this wave pushing in mid. They're looking to get all these waves moving well right now. Durun does have teleport available. So does Ani as well. So we'll have to see if one of them wants to go up and set up maybe a 1-3-1 here. Is certainly possible, but I'm guessing it may be a bit of a more 1-4 setup as Karaoke into the mid lane. Drop continuing to try and clear this out. paiN grouped heavily around mid, and Netshoes thankfully respecting the engageability of a team that has a Leona. They're just going to rotate down to the bottom side, and Weiser in trouble. They're going to go for the tower dive. That's the Hextech ultimatum. Here comes Drop for the kill. Down goes Weiser, and it's again the 4v5, and paiN are in so much trouble.
Yeah, no, they're in dire straits here now, Yeso. This bot lane turret, this bot lane inhib really looking like, oh, there's Annie with the ults.
And he wants to go in big trouble here. Down goes the Leona. Damage is dead. The inhib will fall. Trigo, then Kato, Karaoke, the only members left. But in goes the Vex once again. That's the Galio ult on top. They're going to clean them all up. Trigo may be able to retreat to the safety of the fountain, but his Nexus cannot do the same. Both towers will fall, and Netshoes Miners, maybe against all odds, will remain undefeated.